All right, fans, hello and welcome to Hurlinger Field for some JV football on this Monday evening between the Forest Hills Rangers and the Richland Rams. Uh, my name is Stone Mangus, and we will have the full JV game for you. This is the first time that we have done a JV game live on the YouTube, and we hope to keep this a continuous thing and have this happen every home game. Obviously, logistically doesn't work with the away games, but we will do what we can do here today. And we are here from Hurlinger Field, finally on. Technical difficulties have taken us 45 seconds into the first quarter. Forest Hills, 2 plays on defense. They got a tackle for loss for 2 and an interception. As back the quarterback Myers and completes it over the middle is number 6. That's Gus Werfel. Big gain on the first offensive play of the game for Forest Hills. Call it a gain of 17 and a first down as they are inside the Richland red zone. So we have just played a minute here from Hurlinger Field. Forest Hills driving after getting the interception off of Dom Shank on the second play of the game. Here's Myers. He will hand it off to Mago. Gets a solid run, and he's still churning his legs down to the 2-yard line. It takes about 4 Rams to get him down. Amongst the tacklers was Nate Pugh, and Forest Hills is set up first and goal from the 2-yard line. As Forest Hills is pushing Richland back on their heels early to start. 2 backs in the game. That's Mago and Raptosh. Myers will hand off to Coy Mago, and he is in for a Forest Hills touchdown. Coy Mago from 2 yards out, and Forest Hills will take the early lead. Drive was all set up on the interception from number 20, Logan Moss. And then a big gain of 17 from Josh Myers, and they will go for 2 here. Very common to see this in JV football. Raptosh and Mago are the backs. Myers will hand off to Mago again, and right, the same exact play. Mago will score and make it 8-0 Forest Hills. We have played 1 minute and 51 seconds, and the Rangers lead 8-0. So Richland will try to produce a better offensive drive than what their first one was. Braden Epper got the first carry of the game, was tackled for a loss of 2, and then the interception by Logan Moss off of Dom Shank. And the Rangers took over in prime field position at the 30. As Kareem Schilling Mansour will kick it away for the Rangers. Back deep are Vaught and Vukovic again, and Mansour will get this one away. Vukovic places on a hop at the 20. Gets a block and is taken down at about the 34-yard line, so 1st and 10 for Richland as they look to bounce back off of the interception on the last offensive drive. All right, 1st and 10. They marked him at the 35. They gave him an extra yard. Backs in the game for Richland are Ashton Roberts and Braden Nepper. As Nepper will take the ball, make a nice cut back inside, still churning his legs, and finally wrapped after a gain of about 8. So good solid run there on 1st down from Braden Nepper. We'll set up 2nd and short for Richland. Richland moving a little quicker now. 2 receivers split out wide. That's Jameer Christian and Vukovic. It'll again go to Nepper. This time he's met right at the line of scrimmage. He'll be lucky to get anything, and actually the pile pushes him forward as Nepper gets some help from his offensive line and actually gets a gain of about 2. So it'll bring up 3rd down and about the length of the football from the 44-yard line. Richland will go heavy, bringing in an extra tight end on this play. That's number 90, Nate Pugh, lining up to the right of the line. Forest Hills does not fall for the freeze play. 3rd and inches upcoming. Shank looks for the play. Shank Bootleg out left. Pressure comes. He uses his feet and he takes off and he's got running room. Lowers his shoulder and gets to the 46-yard line of Forest Hills. A gain of 10 and a first down for Richland. So Dom Shank using his legs to get the first down there. Gain of 10. As they move the ball to the Forest Hills Rangers side of midfield with 6:12 to play here in the first quarter. Nepper lines up to the right of Shank. Play action. Shank will run. Not much room to work with as he is swallowed after a gain of 7. That's Caleb Myers in on the tackle. It'll bring up second down and 9 from the 45 of Forest Hills. Richland really taking their time, not really a team that likes to throw it downfield in JV. As Jameer Christian goes in motion, it is a sweep to him. Trying to find some space to run, cuts back the other way, and he is going to be tackled for a loss, and the ball comes out there, flags down. Cody Beater will take it to the house, but there are some flags. It is a touchdown, as Jameer Christian lost the football trying to come back. And we'll wait and see what the flags are. It looks like it'll stand as the teams are marching down towards the goal line. As it's a personal foul against Richland. It is declined, and it will be a defensive score. That is Cody Biter, the junior, number 8, with the scoop and score touchdown in Forest Hills. 2 early scores here in the first quarter with 5:11 to play. They're up 14-0. And they will go for 2 here. Just not the way you want to start, as Jameer Christian obviously disgruntled there on the sideline. He's one heck of a player, got all the talent in the world, just a silly mistake there. As the Rangers will go for 2. Myers hands off to Mago, and that's good as gold. He gets the 2 yards needed for 2, and the Rangers take a 16-0 lead. Little resistance there from the Rams, as they are down 2 scores. 5:11 to play here in quarter number 1. And Jameer Christian, he's one of the younger Rams making a presence on the varsity team, as you've got that dynamic trio of Mala, Magurwa, and Christian. Jameer Christian this year in the passing game for varsity has 4 receptions, 129 yards, and 1 touchdown, his longest run coming 85 yards. That did result in a touchdown. That was against Westmont in the long rain delay game. As Schilling Mansour is ready to kick this one off. Rams will again get the football, as Richland calls timeout here prior to the kickoff, as Coach Mike Sable will bring his guys in for a quick talk. Obviously down 16-0, you cannot imagine that he is a happy camper. You can hear him, well, at least I can hear him, through the glass of the shut windows here in the press box telling his team to wake up. And that is very evident that his team needs to do that. Still waiting on the JV Rams to break huddle, and now they do. Kickoff team out there and ready to go. 3 kickoff returners back there are Rowan Vaught, Gunnar Hagens, and Vukovic. as they have a late change of heart. Number 44, Jackson Moore, sent back there to return this kickoff as Schilling Mansour. He's done this 3 times in 5 minutes. Returns it. Vukovic has trouble with it, but takes it at the 20. Runs to the outside and is taken down very quickly at the 25. That was number 35, Zane Barrett, in on the tackle, the sophomore. So the Rams will take over 1st and 10 at their own, call it 26-yard line. As Shank looks to get something going. He had a little bit of momentum there on the last drive, made it to the 46 of Forest Hills, and then the fumble resulted in a scoop and score. As Gino LaMonica is the back now. Play action, and wide open is number 84, Gunnar Hagens, and he is gone. 74 yards, and just like that, it's a 1-score game. All it took was one play to get the Rams back into this, and it was a wide open Gunnar Hagens that brings us within 10, pending the 2-point conversion. Shank had a great pump fake. The receivers on the outside there were Jameer Christian and Gunnar Hagens, the touchdown receiver. It was a pump fake for a bubble screen, and then Gunnar Hagens was gone. Caught the ball on about the 47-yard line, and from there it was just the speed of the track star Hagens, as Richland will go for 2. LaMonica to the right of Shank. 3 receivers out wide, 2 to his right, 1 to his left. Shank rolls out right, will use his feet, and he is taken down right at the line of scrimmage by number 20, Logan Moss, who had the interception. Makes a big play to keep this a 2-score game. So the score with 4:51 to go is Forest Hill 16, Richland 6. Very eventful first quarter of play. An interception, a fumble return for a touchdown, and a 76-yard touchdown pass from Shank to Hagens. Keeps Richland in this. As Richland's kicker for JV is number 82, Chase Tresnicki. And he will kick this away. Returned at about the 30-yard line. That's number 6, Gus Werfel, who's tackled at the 38. And Forest Hills will take over 1st and 10 with pretty good field position. This is really their first drive where they've not had wonderful field position or that pans out. So back out there is Myers. Myers hands it off. That's number 4, Eddie Geisel. Wrapped up there by number 65, Gavin Sheets, after a gain of about 4. So that'll bring up 2nd down and medium here for the Rangers on the 42 in their own territory. As Myers ran over to the sideline to get his play. That's something that we saw Nate Cornell do on Friday night, run all the way over to the sideline and then come back with the play. You don't really see a whole lot of teams do that. It's really, they relay the play with hand signals or cards, and Forest Hills does it differently. A miscue there, and down he goes. Dom Shank on the sack. A big loss that time. It'll be a loss of 7. And that brings up third down and long. Just a miscue there between Myers and Eddie Geisel. So Myers thought it was supposed to be a handoff, and Geisel obviously thought differently. It's number 33, Big Eddie Raptosh, checks back into the game. This time it was Geisel receiving the play as number 16, Josh Myers, is out. Geisel will take the snap. And it's a throw. Over there is Geisel. He's got room. And unable to bring him down as he is shifting all the way into Richland territory. Eddie Geisel down inside the 20 at the 20. Excuse me, at the 16. Missed tackle there by Gino LaMonica at about the 46-yard line of Richland. Results in a big gain for Forest Hills and a first down as they are inside the red zone with about 2:39 to play in this first quarter. Josh Myers takes the snap, hands off to Geisel, and he goes down. And it'll be second down after a gain of about 2 from Geisel. Two minutes to play here in the first quarter. Forest Hills leads 16-6. As the Rangers break huddle on second down and 9 from the 15. Myers takes the snap, hands off to Geisel, runs up the middle. Has a little bit of space pushed back by that Richland front as he gets about 2 yards. Which will bring up third down and 6 from the 14 of Richland. Geisel with 2 backs to either side. Or excuse me, that's Myers, the quarterback. As we got a timeout called. Or no, excuse me, a flag on the play. It's going to be false start against the Rangers, and that'll push them back to the outer edge of the red zone. Still inside at the 19, but this will make it third down and 12. Manning the sticks are Drew Jones and Jimmy Malauskas, and another longtime friend. As out marches the Ranger offense from the huddle. In motion goes Vitez. Myers will throw, and it is caught, and that'll be a touchdown. Gus Werfel on the slant route. Great throw from Myers, and Forest Hills will go up again as they further extend their lead 22-6, pending that extra 2-point attempt. Two receivers out right, one to the left. Raptosh and Geisel are the backs. This one goes to Raptosh, and he is in. LaMonica unable to wrap him down short of the goal line, and Forest Hills will go up 24-6 with 23 ticks of the clock remaining in the first quarter. So following the touchdown, Richland kicks it away. And then the Rangers go 35 yards to the end zone. Drive was set up by Eddie Geisel's long third down run. really made happen by missed tackles and good blocking and shifty maneuvers from Geisel, as it took him all the way from about the 40 of Forest Hills down to the 14 of Richland. As Schilling Mansour will kick it away. Hagens, Moore, and Vukovic stand on the 13-yard line. Schilling Mansour gets this one away. LaMonica will take it at the 23. And LaMonica goes down after a good return of about 10. It'll set up a new set of downs for the Rams offense at the 37. 17 seconds to do something with the football here in the first quarter. Wide receiver number 15, Jordan Hipp, Gunnar Hagens, and Vukovic are the receivers in. As Hipp and Hagens motion in towards the offensive line. Right there in a bunch with Ashton Roberts, the tight end. Shank will hand it off. That's Nepper. Hesitates and is taken down right at the line of scrimmage by the Ranger defense. That's number 4, Eddie Geisel. Been calling his name a lot here in the first quarter, as that will be the final play of quarter number 1. And our score, Forest Hills 24, Richland 6. So we will take this opportunity to thank some of our sponsors who make this brand new JV broadcast possible and our broadcasts on Friday night able to happen. We thank you all. First Summit Bank, Best Window, Chan Soon Shong Medical Center, Ponchian Financial Group, Advanced Office Systems, Cardolino Eye Care, FWF, an Erie Insurance Provider, Pinnacle Chiropractic, Spine and Sports, Nico's Restaurant, Rizzo's Italian Restaurant, Dean Jordan Goodyear Tires, Johnstown Construction, Sporting Goods Discounters, and Flair of Country Catering. Thank you to our sponsors for the 2023 Richland football season. Again, this could not be done without you all. You are such a huge part of making this happen, this student-run production, the Richland Football Network, and we thank you. As Richland has the ball, second down and 10 from their own 37-yard line. First down play was no gain on the carry from Braden Nepper. This is Forest Hills defense been giving Richland some fits here on offense. They've lost the ball on a fumble that resulted in a touchdown and an interception by Logan Moss on the first drive of the game. And that is where we are at. 24-6 is the score as we start the second quarter of play from Hurlinger Field. Shank will take it himself as he moves to about the 40-yard line. They'll give him the 41. A generous spot there from the referee crew. And that will bring up third down and 6 from the 41. So they go big here. Only one receiver in the game. That's Jake Vukovic on the outside. Excuse me, Gunnar Hagens checks in as soon as I finish that sentence. Shank hands off to Nepper, and he fights forward. They'll give him a yard, it looks like. And that'll be all. So fourth down upcoming, as they actually move the ball back. No gain on that third down carry. Richland will punt it away here. Dom Shank. He plays QB and punter. Well, that's awesome. So off the punt from Dom Shank, Forest Hills will take over 1st and 10 at their 28, their worst starting field position on the afternoon. As Myers in the offense looks to add on to their total. They currently lead by 18 with 8:30 to play in the first half. In motion goes Vitez. Myers looking deep, and he's got him. Gus Werfel on the outside beats Jake Vukovic, and Forest Hills extends their lead. Gus Werfel making an impact in this one, and Forest Hills running away with this one in the first half. It's now 30-6 before the 2-point attempt. As Werfel got a great jump off the line there. Jake Vukovic not fast enough, and Forest Hills really giving it to Richland here in this one. As Myers with Raptosh in the backfield as he gives it off to number 2. And LaMonica wrestles him down. 2-point attempt has failed, so this score will stay right where it is here in the second quarter with 8:15 to play. 1 play and a score for Forest Hills on that one. It was Gus Werfel from Myers, and Forest Hills leads 30-6 as we take a look at some of the games from last week and where we stand halfway through the season already, as time has really flown by. In the grand scheme of things, there are 4 undefeated teams. That would be the Central Scarlet Dragons, Chestnut Ridge, Bald Eagle, and our Richland Rams. Some of the results from last week that we want to look at now are Central defeating Bishop Guilfoyle 10-7 in a bloodbath. So a lot of points scored in that one. And another crazy outcome was 3 games finished 34-0. Somerset, Bishop McCourt, Tyrone, Bellwood, and Chestnut Ridge, Bedford all finished 34-0. As Schilling Montour kicks this one away, Vukovic will return this at the 25-yard line. Makes some cuts as he goes down at the 37 of Richland, so they will take over with a new set of downs, looking to take a bite out of this 30-6 deficit. So out comes Dom Shank in the offense. Down 24 here with 8:08 to play in the first quarter on a gloomy day that resembles this Richland offense so far and really the way that they've played. Unfortunately, Shank. In motion goes Nepper. It's a screen. Nepper's got it. Is met by 2 or 3 Rangers after moving 2 or 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 as Nepper maneuvered his way over the 40-yard line to the 41. The back in the game now, Joey Ragno, freshman number 45. Second down and 8 from the 41. 3 receivers bunched out right. As Shank drops back. Going deep for Roberts, and he could not come up with one hand with the ball as it's incomplete. Would have been a big gain of about 30. Just a bit too high for the 6'1" tight end, Ashton Roberts, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and long situation as Richland desperately needs some points here as the first half is dwindling down. I say dwindling down, but there's 17 remaining. But the way Forest Hills has had control in this game, you just wonder if Richland will have any time to come back. Shank drops back, rolls out right. Shank will throw, and it's incomplete. trying to find Jordan Hipp at about the 50-yard line. He was chased down by number 81, Nathan Gabney. And that'll bring up 4th down. As Forest Hills looks to get the ball back, and they will, as Richland will surrender the football. Dom Schenk will go from quarterback to punter. As they move the ball over to the left hash. Schenk stands on his own 28-yard line. Back to return the kick is number 2. We do not have a number 2 on this roster. Schenk will punt it away. It's a low kick, driving. It'll take a Richland hop, stays in bounds, and goes out of bounds at about the 25. So Forest Hills will take over, as this is now their worst field position. They started the previous drive at the 28, but they had no problem scoring points as Myers found Werfel for the long touchdown strike on the first play of that drive. And we will see what they can do here. 1st and 10. Myers in the offense will break the huddle. Dombrowski and Vitez out left, and Geisel out to the right. Myers, as it's a pitch to number 2. And number 2 with a pretty good carry over to the 30-yard line, as the Richland front will push him back. They will give him 6 yards on that 1st down carry. Okay, we do not have a number 2 on this sheet. We have a number 1, that's Austin Pramuk, and Coy Mago, number 3, but no number 2. So he will be our mystery man for the remainder of this game. All right, 2nd down for the Rangers. Myers with Raptosh to his right, and number 2 behind him in the backfield. Vitez goes in motion, and he hands it off to number 2, who's hit hard. That's number 40, Mason Davis, delivering the hit. Also in there was number 45, Joey Ragnow, pair of freshmen making the tackle. So they will say he got 5, so that's just enough for a Forest Hills 1st down. Just by about the length of the football. .545 remaining here in this 2nd quarter of play. Forest Hills trying to add on to their lead. Here from the 35-yard line, Vitez goes in motion, and Myers will hand it off to him. Moves to the outside. Flag thrown. This is going to come back. Number 54, Caden Nagy. The junior was the one that was holding, I believe it was number 22, Rowan Vaught, on the play. So this will be a 10-yard penalty. Still not gotten confirmation of the call, but we'll get that here momentarily. Flag was thrown from the down judge. They will move Forest Hills back 10 yards. So make that 2nd down, or excuse me, 1st down and 20. It'll be a repeat of the down. So Forest Hills got a long way to go. Myers hands this one off. Churning up the middle is number 2. Gets a solid gain of about 5. Still a long ways away from that 1st down marker, as that sits at the 45. Line of scrimmage is the 30, as they get 5 back on that play. Geisel and Myers go and get the play from the sideline. Bring it back and relay it to their comrades as they break the huddle. Four receivers split out as it's a Wildcat. It's number 2 on the carry. Gets a good block and turns it upfield, and he's got space. Over the 50. Still have not gotten him. Moves all the way down inside the 25. Actually, they'll mark him down at the 20. Poor tackling there from Richland, as number 2 beats about everyone in the Richland secondary. Gain of 45 on 2nd down and 15. And it brings up 1st down. A good tough run there, as the Rangers plowing through this Richland defense. Myers hands it off. Geisel to the outside. Moves over the 10-yard line. And they will mark him down at about the 7. He was tackled by Joey Ragno and Isaac Ankney in the secondary. Good enough for a 1st down, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Rangers as they look to further extend this deficit that they've created. 3:15 to play in the 2nd quarter. Myers with Trentini and Geisel in the backfield. It will go to Trentini, as he's got nowhere to go. Trentini wrapped up there by Matt Hostetler and Nick Boyle. In on the tackle. Excuse me, that was not Nick Boyle. Gavin Sheets. Pardon my mistake, as it is 2nd down. Gain of 2 for Trentini. So 2nd down upcoming here from the 5. Myers hands off to Trentini. Pushing his way, but Richland says no, and he will be down at about the 2 as a herd of Rams brought him down. And there, Gavin Sheets, Rowan Vaught, and Matt Hostetler again. Brings up 3rd down. Figure this is 4-down territory in junior varsity. So Richland, they got 2 more defensive plays to keep him out of the end zone. So we are under 2 minutes to play. 1:50 left in the 1st half. Forest Hills with the ball, driving. Number 2 had a solid gain from the 25 down to the 20 of Richland. So Myers will take it. Gets the snap. Hands off to Geisel. He's got room, and he is in for another Forest Hills touchdown. Eddie Geisel makes it 36-6. And pending the extra 2 points, this could get ugly. Number 2 takes it. He will throw, and it is caught in the end zone. Wait to see a number on it. It's a big body. Believe that's number 81, Nathan Gabney, who catches the 2-point conversion. And that'll make the score 38-6. Richland is just really getting hammered here in the 1st half. As Richland will receive the kick, down 32 points with 1 minute and 27 seconds to play. just has not been Richland's day. It's been kind of gloomy for them, just like the weather outside. As they will take it at the 30. That's number 80, Brady Mikulich, on the return. Good tough running over the 40 to the 43. So it'll be first down upcoming for the Rams at a new set of downs. Excuse me, on that return, that was number 90, Nate Pugh. Big middle linebacker and tight end. Weighing in at 185, 5'10". So Richland will take over from the 43. Shank hands this one off to Nepper. On the outside, good strong run as he gets a first down and a little bit more over the 45 of Forest Hills, and a good strong run on first down. Moves them into Forest Hills territory. As they will give him the 47 of Forest Hills. Clock is stopped with 1:13 to go. So Richland tries to take a little bit off of this lead. Shank will hand it off. There's Nepper. He makes a cut. Braden Nepper. And another first down. This one a gain of 14. And Richland has it first at 10 at the 34. Shank. Bootleg, he will throw, and it is incomplete. Nearly a pick. Eddie Geisel in coverage. And Shank was trying to find Nate Pugh, who was at about the first down marker. And that'll be second down. 40 seconds to play here in the first half. Forest Hills leads 38-6. It's been a very good day for the Ranger offense and defense, forcing 2 turnovers, fumble, scoop, and score in the first quarter, an interception on the second play of the game. As Shank goes deep looking for Higgins, and it's incomplete. In coverage was number 10, Maddox Dombrowski, the junior, and it'll be third down. Nearly had Higgins for his second 6 points of the game. Just a little bit over the outstretched hand of number 84. So it'll be third down. 34 seconds remain. 2 timeouts for Richland, 3 for Forest Hills. Two receivers split out to the left and right of Shank. LaMonica in the backfield. Shank will give it to Higgins. Higgins cuts upfield. Higgins moves over the 20 and is tackled at the 15. Timeout called with 24 seconds to play. Richland driving here on this final drive of the first half. Something they've really not been able to do for the majority of this game. So as Mike Sable and the Rams talk it over, we will read off a couple more of the sponsors that make broadcasts like this happen. We cannot do this without you. Flair of Country Catering, the Fifth Bar and Grill, DB Homes, FX Screen Printing, Slovenian Savings and Loan, Laurel Auto Group, Precious Metals and Diamonds Company, Beauty Lawn, Dr. Ed DiMartino, Mahalco's General Contracting, State Senator Wayne Langerholt Memorial, Chevy, RPM Signs, Advantage Auto Service, Ashboro Landscape Curbing, Roof Reju, Vantage Physical Therapy, Asiago's Restaurant, Tap 814 Bar and Grill, Market Basket, and First Team advertising. Again, thank you to our sponsors. We could not do this without you. You were a huge part of making the Richland Football Network happen, and we thank you for your support of Richland football. So the Rams at the 15, off the heels of a solid gain from Gunnar Hagens on the screen pass cut up field. Got a big chunk of yards. So here's Shank. Drops back. He will throw. It's Hagens. At the 10, steps out at the 9. Clock will stop with 18 seconds left in the first half. One timeout remains for Richland. They say that he did not get the 9. The ball is on the 10. So 10 yards to go to score. They can get a first down at the 5-yard line. But you figure they want more than a first down, considering the lead is 36 in favor of Forest Hills. Shank with LaMonica to his right. Drops back. Throws, and it is dropped. Jake Vukovic could not come up with the football, and that'll be third down from the 10. Looked like a pretty solid throw there from Shank. Not sure what happened there. As we said, it's a little bit moist, as it was kind of misting slowly all day today, as a timeout is called, this time by the Rangers of Forest Hills. 13 seconds left in the second quarter, as they get a good look at what Richland sends out there and change some defensive schemes and try to stop Richland from punching it in here before halftime. Some of the games we will be paying attention to this week are 4-1 Penns Valley at Clearfield. Both of those teams 4-1 actually. Out in the East Division, that'll be a big game. Some other games that we will be paying attention to. Central Cambria and Chestnut Ridge, as the Red Devils will make the trip to New Paris to battle the Lions. And Tyrone Bishop Guilfoyle, that's a Altoona matchup, as Tyrone will get on the bus, travel to Mansion Park to take on the Marauders. As we said, they fell against Central 10-7. A hard-fought game by both teams. Eventually, it was the field goal from Central that pushed them over the top. So we look back and ready to go here. 13 seconds left in the second quarter. We'll see what Dom Shank can do. Shank drops back. Pressure comes. Throws it into the end zone. And it is caught for a touchdown. Jordan Hipp hangs on for dear life through the coverage from Dombrowski. And Richland cuts into this deficit. They make it 38-12. And here comes the 2-point conversion attempt. Good throw from Shank, as he was under distress there. There was a defender right in his face, and he got it away, took a big hit. And Jordan Hipp did a good job of holding on and catching the football in the end zone. As Hipp looks a little shaken up on that play. Looks like he's grabbing his bloody knee as Richland tries for the 2-point attempt. Shank rolls out right. Pressure comes. Throws in the end zone, and it is caught. Ashton Roberts for 2. So that lead will swell down a little bit, but it is still a quite large lead. Forest Hills 38, Richland 14, with 8 ticks of the clock left in the first half. Richland, they cut the deficit to 24 before the halftime break. Good drive there. Richland doing a little bit of everything. Gina LaMonica with a couple solid, tough runs. And it was capped off by the 5-yard touchdown pass from shank to hip in the end zone. As Chase Tresnicki will come on to kick it away. And Tresnicki now. A little squib kick. It will be fielded at the 37. Dombrowski falls on top of it. 7 seconds to go. We will see if the Rangers try anything else other than a knee. They do get the ball to start the second half as they deferred. They won the coin toss and gave it to Richland to start the game. So they will take it on the near side hash. And Myers will take a knee on the 33, and that is the first half of play. Forest Hills came out guns a-blazing as they lead Richland 38-14 after the first half of play. Don't go anywhere. We'll have your second half action in a little bit. The score, Forest Hills 38, Richland 14. So we are back 2 minutes until the beginning of the second half. Forest Hills leads Richland 30-14, and the difference in this game has just been everything that Forest Hills has done right and everything that Richland has done wrong. A couple mistakes from Richland early. It started with an interception by Logan Moss on the second play of the game. That resulted in a touchdown later on offense, and then the next drive, there was a fumble on the 50-yard line by Jameer Christian, picked up and taken to the house for the Rangers' second touchdown of the game. And then Richland did come back. They scored a touchdown, failed to convert the 2-point attempt, so it stayed 16-6. And then on the first play of the next drive for Forest Hills, quarterback Josh Myers, the freshman, found Gus Werfel on the outside, and he took it 74 yards to the house as the Rangers then extended their lead. Gus Werfel, he's had a nice game. Eddie Geisel, sophomore number 4, had a pretty good game as the Rangers, they're just finding ways to score points. And Richland, they did have a solid offensive drive last time out. That resulted in a 5-yard touchdown pass from Dom Shank to Jordan Hipp in the end zone. And we will see if Richland can get a little more of that on offense, and we'll see if they can put something up on defense. They have really not been able to stop Josh Myers, the freshman number 16 for the Rangers, on offense. They've had a hard time stopping number 2, and we do not know number 2's name. Number 2 is not on the list. Eddie Geisel has been another name for the Rangers. And we will just have to see how Richland responds, as it looks like the mist has picked up a little bit more here in the last couple minutes. So we said it's been slowly misting all night, and obviously it's been apparent that maybe the football is a little damp. Jacob Vukovic had a hard time holding on to it, as have a few of the Richland receivers on pass attempts. But we'll see if they can overcome that and get some points here in the third quarter, as we're still waiting for both teams to break the huddle on their respective sidelines. Richland will kick off to Forest Hills. Forest Hills won the toss. They elected to defer. So about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So we are going to list off a couple of our sponsors here real quick. Again, thank you for your support of Richland football. This cannot be done without you. First Summit Bank, Best Window, Chansoon Song Medical Center, Ponchian Financial Group, Advanced Office Systems, Cardellino Eye Care, FWF, Pinnacle Chiropractic, Nico's Restaurant, Rizzo's Italian Restaurant, and Dean Jordan Goodyear Tire Center. Okay, thank you to that first third of our sponsors. They're a big part of Richland football. You make this broadcast possible, as well as many other things. Giving back to your community, it's a great way to get involved. You can contact Jim Penna, who I know is listening, if you'd like to get involved. And both teams doing a quick stretch here before we get things underway. Still about 90 seconds left, so we will step aside and come back in due time for the start of the third quarter. So we are back and ready to go for the third quarter of play. Chase Tresnicki will kick it off. Back deep for the Rangers. Number 2, the mystery man, Eddie Geisel. And number 7, Cam Vitez. As they try to get a decent return, give them some good field position, as they have had that a couple different times, although the last 2 or 3 drives they have started inside their 30, so we will see where they get the ball to start here. On a hop, it is played by number 2 at the 30. And he moves, runs over a man. It's number 80, Brady Mikulich, that got ran over, and finally they're able to bring him down past the 40. And they'll actually mark it closer to the 45 at the 44. So the Rangers will take over 1st and 10 with a new set of downs. The Richland defense marches their way out. We'll see what kind of strategy they've come up with in the 15-minute halftime to defend against this Forest Hills offense that they've really found no stop for. So we will see how the Rangers offense counters their counter strategies as Myers drops back. He's going to air it out on the first play, and it's incomplete. Trying to find number 12, Brody Kuster. In coverage was Jake Vukovic. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like Kuster had gotten some separation from Vukovic. It was just Josh Myers that had a hard time completing that pass. It was about 2 or 3 yards short of where it should have been. But if Mr. Kuster would have had that, it would have been 6 to the house. So a sigh of relief for the defense there as it's 2nd down. Myers pitches it to number 2. Space in the outside, and he is taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Gino LaMonica with a good solid tackle, and it brings up 3rd down and 10. First pretty good set of downs here on defense as LaMonica comes to the side holding his wrist. He did get up a little slow there on the Ranger sideline on the far side of the field. He will be tended to by Tracy Knase, Richland's fine trainer. Myers fakes the handoff. Play action. It's a screen. Number 2's got it. He's got space on the outside, and he's got a 1st down and more. Number 2, and he is gone. Touchdown, Rangers. As they strike from 56 yards out, number 2 uses his speed and extends this Ranger lead. 44-14 is your score, with the 2-point conversion coming up. Raptosh at number 2 in the backfield. 2 receivers out left, 1 to the right as he hands off to Raptosh, who is in for 2 more points as that adds insult to injury. It's a 36-point deficit. The score, Richland 14, Forest Hills 46. So with LaMonica on the sideline, and Nepper, who I don't think we mentioned, is sitting on the bench next to Jameer Christian. It looks like Nepper having a foot injury. It looks like. It's hard to tell from up here, and you don't want to speculate with injury, but with those 2 out, it'll be interesting to see who Richland marches out there as a running back. Players that are listed as running back here on my sheet are Mason Davis, Joe Ragnow, and Drew Jones. But Drew Jones is also out. He's manning the sticks. As Schilling Montour kicks it away, Vukovic has trouble with the return. He is swung down there. That's number 4, Eddie Geisel, on the tackle. Also teaming up there with him was Logan Moss, the man who picked off Drew Jones earlier in this game, and Richland will take over 1st down and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Looks like LaMonica is back in the game. Richland will try to get touchdowns on back-to-back drives. Here's LaMonica on the carry. Good, strong running. He gets past the first down marker and over the 45 at down at about the 46. And that'll be a Richland first down. Gino LaMonica on a good, strong carry. As there's a flag on the play. The personal foul on number 8, Cody Biter. And that'll move the ball forward. So what was really a 12-yard run turns into a gain of, let's call it, 27. So you add on that 15-yard penalty. Richland will take the ball in Ranger territory at the 38, 1st and 10. The back in the game now is Mason Davis. As we got a whistle. Wait and see what it's for. They got things settled out now as the clock is cranked, and Shank will take the snap. Hands it off to Davis. Moves to his left. Trying to find some open space, but he is met right at the line of scrimmage. A good, strong tackle. That's number 10, Maddox Dombrowski, the junior, bringing him down with very bright green cleats. They're not a Ranger green. They're more like a Grinch green. And the two greens do not contrast very well. So, but, you know, you do you, man. It's your thing. As Shank takes this snap, rolls out right. Dombrowski in coverage, and it's incomplete. As we got a flag on the play. Shank's pass was incomplete, intended for Roberts, who had some extracurriculars after the play with Eddie Geisel, who was in coverage, and this one's going to be coming back. Just got a bit away from himself there. Kind of lost control. Started grabbing and almost slapping at the helmet of Geisel. So now Richland is a long way away from that first down. It'll be 2nd down, and let's call it 25 from the 47-yard line of Richland. Line to gain is the 27 of Forest Hills. Shank takes it, drops back, pressure comes. Shank uncorks one deep for Gunnar Hagens, and it's incomplete. 3 Rangers in the area as Logan Moss had a chance to come up with a pick, but just out of his reach. Geisel and Dombrowski also in the area, and it'll be 4th down. As they bring out the punt team. And Shank will punt it away to number 7, Cam Vitez. One of the guys that got playing time on Forest Hills on Friday as Richland defeated their varsity team 44-14. As we are seeing some guys that did get some playing time in a varsity atmosphere. As following this punt, we will take a look at some of the stats from that game. Shank takes it here, punts it away. It's a pretty good punt. Hits at the 30. Vitez will take it off the bounce, and he's going to be wrapped up there. Host Stetler and Joe Ragno in to get him as he took that ball to 20 and got pushed back all the way to about the 13-yard line. And the Rangers will take over 1st and 10. But from that game, Grayson Mala finished 15 of 17 with 261 yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 to Yarnick and 1 to Arnold Magurwa. As Yarnick finished that game with an impressive 9 receptions and 156 yards. The Varsity Rams will take on the Somerset Golden Eagles this Friday at home. It'll be our homecoming. And if you can make that one, come out to the tailgate and come out for the pregame festivities as the Rangers take over and run it with number 2 up the middle for a gain of about 4. There will be food trucks and lots of vendors and many things to do, bouncy houses, and obviously the walk across the field for the homecoming court prior to the game. So, obviously if you can come out to that, we'd love to have you here at Hurlinger Field, but if you can't catch it, it will be video recorded because it is a home game right here on the Richland Football Network. So 2nd down and 6. Myers will hand it off. Eddie Raptosh pushes the pile forward close to the first down. They are going to give it to him. That'll be a Forest Hills Rangers first down. First down at the 23. Say Raptosh got a gain of about 10 on that 2nd down carry. 46-14 is your score with 6 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Forest Hills has had control in this one from the very start. It's on the ground now. That's number 20. Logan Moss fights forward for a gain of about 6 to the 29. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So we approach 5 minutes to play. Rangers have the ball at the 29. Myers will hand this one off, and this time Moss has nowhere to go. Meeting him right in the backfield was number 82, Trace Tresnicki, for a loss of 3, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Myers ran over, got the play, and now he's going to relay it back to his buddies as they break huddle. Two receivers out left. That's Nagy and Bitter. Went out to the right. That's Vitez. Myers. Out to the right. It is caught. And running over a man is Vitez for a nice, solid gain. That's a Forest Hills first down, and down on the play is a Richland Ram. That's number 80, Brady Mikulich. His helmet came off as that was a pretty big hit. And he is walking pretty gingerly off the field. So he's kind of grabbing that left shoulder region. So he takes a seat on the bench. He'll be treated by Mrs. Canase as the Rangers take over 1st and 10. They have the ball at the 44-yard line in their own territory. Line to gain is the 46 of Richland as he hands it off. And nowhere to go, really. See if we can get a number. And on that carry, that was number 20, Logan Moss. Actually loses a couple yards back to the 41. That'll bring up 2nd down and 13. Under 3:30 to play as Forest Hills leads this one 46-14. So they performance here from Richland has been almost as gloomy as it has been today. As we got a timeout for the Rangers. 3:11 left to play. We're going to list off a couple more of our sponsors. Again, we thank you. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate your support of Richland football. Johnstown Construction, Sporting Goods Discounters, Flair of Country Catering, The Fifth Bar and Grill, DB Homes, FX Screen Printing, Slovenian Savings and Loan, Laurel Auto Group, Precious Metals and Diamonds, Beauty Lawn, Dr. Ed DiMartino, Mahalco's General Contracting, State Senator Wayne Langerholk, Memorial Chevrolet, RPM Signs, Advantaged Auto Service, Ashboro Landscape Curbing, Roof Rejuve, Vantage Physical Therapy, Asiagos, Tap 814 Bar and Grill, Market Basket, and First Team Advertising. Again, thank you to our sponsors. The Richland Football Network would not exist without your support of Richland football. As both teams break huddle, the Rangers will take over. 2nd and 13 from the 41. They are in their own territory. There are 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the third quarter of play, in a game where Forest Hills has held control since the very first possession. They lead 46-14 here at Hurlinger Field in Richland, Pennsylvania. And Richland goes offsides as Forest Hills pulls up Brandon Bailey special, the freeze play on him, as it'll be a 5-yard penalty. And that'll move him forward from the 41 to the 46. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second and 8 from the 46. Myers hands this one off. Logan Moss fighting forward over the 50 into Richland territory at the 49. It'll be 3rd and short. It'll be 3 yards to gain. As we move under 3 minutes to play. Two receivers out left, one to the right. 2 backs in the backfield. Been about the same formation all night. Andy Raptosh gets the carry. Moves over the 45 and down at the 43. Ashton Roberts on the carry. Or excuse me, on the tackle rather. So he brings down Andy Raptosh for a first down. Forest Hill's taking their sweet old time here, as they really have no rush. This game already very well in hand as we approach 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Myers drops back. He's going to air this one out deep down the field, and it is caught. The deep ball working again here for Richland as he finds Brody Kuster down inside the 10 at the 9 for another Ranger first down, as Josh Myers really has that deep ball working for the Rangers. It's just been the separation that the Rangers have been getting with the Richland defensive backs. It's been pretty hard for them to get good coverage. Myers hands this one off. Moss. He's brought down after a gain of about 3 to the 6-yard line of the Rams. Amongst the pile that shoved him down was Jack Lentz. Also in there was number 82, Chase Tresnicki. As the Rangers are 6 yards from reaching pay dirt once again, another score would push them above the 50-point mark. And I think what has inspired them is the Miami Dolphins' performance yesterday, as Moss gets this one, and he's got a convoy in the end zone for a touchdown. Logan Moss reaches the end zone with 32 seconds left in the third quarter, as Forest Hills further extends their lead. Pre-2-point conversion, it is 52-14. So now, from the 2-yard line, it is Eddie Raptosh, and he is short. So the Rams make a goal line stand. That front line pushed him back. Amari Williams, Dom Shank, and also number 56, Peyton Tunstall, were among the Rams that said no. So the score stays right where it is, 52-14. And as we were saying, the Rangers were very inspired by the performance of the Miami Dolphins yesterday, as they scored 70 points over the Denver Broncos. And what these Rangers, they've done it in only 10-minute quarters, so bravo to them. As on again to kick this one away is Shilling Mansour. He's done this about 6 or 7 times already tonight. He kicks this one away. Returning this kick is LaMonica at the 30. Moves up past the 40 and is met right after crossing that yard marker, and they will put him at about the 41. So 1st and 10 for the Rams. 20 seconds remain in the third quarter in a game that has already been sizably decided. Rangers have had the advantage, and since the very first drive, after a tackle for loss on the first play, he intercepted Dom Shank, brought it back to about the 30-yard line, and then punched it in the very next play. So bunch set to the right. In motion goes number 84, Shank. Uncorks this one deep as there's Ashton Roberts. Catches it at the 30, moves close to the 20 at the 21. That'll be first down for Richland, as that is the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Forest Hills 52, Richland 14, but the Rams will be taking over on the outer edges of the red zone at the 21 when we come back. So we're back for the start of the fourth quarter. Richland will take it, move the ball up to the 40-yard line on the catch from Roberts to end the third quarter. Shank moves out left, looking for a receiver, lofts it in the end zone and just out of the reach of Jackson Moore. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 20. It's a good play there from Moore to get separation from his receiver, and it was just a throw that was a bit too far. Let him a little too much. So it is second down now. We have the running clock with the large lead. So as it ticks, it approaches 9 minutes. He's going to go right back there. Roberts in. It's incomplete. Right through his hands. He got separation from both Logan Moss and Brody Cooster, but he just could not come up with it. And again, we have mentioned a couple times that it has been kind of misty all day, as you can kind of see it with the lights a little bit. Unsure if that really has that much of an effect with these receivers, but we've seen a couple different guys, not able to come up with the football on throws that have hit him in the hands. So we can speculate all we want, but it's just the way it is. So Shank gives this one to Hagans. Hagans cuts this one upfield and gets tackled awkwardly, short of the line to gain. Call it about 2 feet short of the line to gain. So it'll be fourth down. So very short, 4th and inches. Shank hands it off to LaMonica, who has trouble with the ball. That slows him down. And the Rangers stop the Rams, and get the football back on their own 11-yard line. And the clock will stop for a change of possession. .7:28 to go in this one. It has already been decided. It was decided quite a long time ago. And we'll see what the Rangers come out here and do. And this is just really not a meaningful drive. They're not really meaningful anymore, as in a game like this, it's all but over. Myers still in at quarterback. Hands this one off to the outside. That is number 20, Moss. Tackled kind of weirdly after a no gain. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 13 in their own territory. Myers hands this one off, Raptosh, and the ball comes out, and the Rams fall on it. Waiting to see who came up with it. That's Chase Tresnicki with the fumble recovery, and Richland will take over with a fresh set of downs at the 10-yard line. So a chance for redemption here for this Richland offense, who turned the ball over on downs the previous drive. And a chance for them to get some more points before we get out of here. Here's LaMonica on the carry. Gets over the 10 and out at about the 9. So it'll be 2nd down and goal. Richland will try to get one more score. 5:30 left in this game. Still trying to get the play call in. In motion goes Moore. Shank hands this one off to LaMonica. Tries to push his way forward. He'll get a yard. And it will be third down and goal from the 8. Clock continues to run. 4:45 to go in this one. LaMonica is to Shank's right. Shank rolls out to his right. And he is going to go down. Number 51 on the tackle, that's Jackson Henderson. Gets him for a loss of 4, and it'll be 4th down. $4:15 to go in the fourth quarter as Richland will try to get a score. Again, pretty lethargic. As the clock hits 4 minutes. No real rush. Shank, pressure comes off the edge. Speedy there. And he just throws it away. In on the pressure was number 6. That's Gus Werfel. He's had a pretty big day. And the ball will turn over on downs. Forest Hills will get it right back from the 14. So it looks like in a quarterback now is number 6, Gus Werfel. He's played some receiver. And now in at quarterback in this one. And the running clock will start. It shows 3:40 as Werfel will take it himself. And in the backfield, Tresnicki got a hit. And now met by a herd of Rams. A couple different guys in to get him. Hans, my friend from Norway, and also number 69, Nick Boyle, and to tackle him for a loss of about a yard. And it'll be 2nd down as that clock hits 3 minutes to play. As this one is all but over, and everything from here is just an exercise of fortuity. Werfel hands this one off. That's Eddie Raptosh on the outside. Gets a lane. Eddie Raptosh tackled just short of the line of game by Hans Gregorkin. Again, I don't know his last name, as there's really no one here other than a couple people. Good friend Ed DiMartino on the Friday night cast, we were talking about it, and neither Ed nor Jim knew how to say his last name, so we will just call him Hans, my Norwegian friend. As Eddie Raptosh did actually get the line to gain, and he gets the ball this time, and in to get him is number 62, Jacob Mathis, in on the tackle. So it's 2nd down. So we approach the 2-minute mark in the second half. Werfel still in the backfield as the quarterback. Takes the snap. Pitches it to Logan Moss. Moss tries to cut back inside, but he's tackled there. Joey Ragno wrapped him up at the 25, and it'll be 3rd down. So we are under 90 seconds left in this one. So there's 1 minute left. Forest Hills has been in the huddle for about 20 seconds. As this will probably end up being the final play. Werfel with number 2 and Raptosh in the backfield. Werfel takes it himself, moves to the outside, and gets a solid gain of about 7. And it'll be 4th down. And that will end it. So the final score here from Hurlinger Field on this Monday night, Forest Hills 52, Richland 14. They led from the get-go and never looked back as they kept piling on as this game went on. As the next game for this Richland program is Friday. It will be our homecoming night. If you can come out, we'll have a tailgate, lots of food, some food vendors, food trucks, bouncy houses courtesy of Hogues, and lots of fun. So if you can make it, come on out. But that's all for this Monday night here in Richland at Hurlinger Field. Final score, Forest Hills 52, Richland 14.